Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode with some critical power testing. Today is probably my least favourite workout, the most heinous of workouts, even worse than the 5K I did the other week. This workout itself, for a bit of critical power testing, so we did a 5-minute last week. This week we're going for shorter and longer. So to do both tests, try and get as much out of ourselves as possible. 3 minutes, flat out, maximum yam, which I really enjoy. The bit that makes this difficult, absolutely heinous, is you have to do something after that. So we do 3 minutes flat out, then a lovely 40-minute break. And you're thinking, what, 40-minute break? That must be absolutely fantastic. And then you'll be able to do anything after that. Then we have to do 12 minutes as fast as we can. So for me, as I've mentioned in the 5-minute critical power testing video last week, I'm very anaerobic and I produce a lot of lactic acid. And not only will I produce a lot of lactic acid in the 3-minute, but I've also produced a lot of the lactic acid that I've been producing last week, or in my case, in your case it'd be last week for the video, but in my case it's only a few days ago that the 5-minute happened, and then a few days before that, the 2K happened. So I should be fully recovered, but that top couple of percent that you'll need for maximum yam, 1K or 3 minutes, just over 1K, will it be there? Will it not? Let's find out in this episode where hopefully I can survive. So what I'm going to do now is warm up, get really nice and sweaty, nice and ready for the 3 minutes so I can get the most out of myself for that, so that the critical power data that we gather is as accurate as it can be. And then really the 12-minute for me is just trying to do it, just trying to survive that. But obviously again, trying as hard as I can to get as good a score as I can to make sure that the critical power data is as accurate as it can be. So now to the warm up, and I'll see you probably after this heinous workout. And this is why I kind of don't like this workout. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. This is why I don't like it. There's a flat out effort, and you have to recover in 40 minutes, which 40 minutes sounds like a long time, but excuse me, but it doesn't feel like a long time post flat effort. So that piece itself was
back to what I was saying, that piece itself was faster than the last time I did this test. So that's good news. And also, as you saw at the end, I had some juice apart from the very end. I miscalculated how fast I could cover 20 meters. If you can sort of go arms only, really short strokes for a few strokes at the end, sort of fills the machine into almost doing the same split but takes less energy. So if you're blowing up, which I was, you can do that strategy, but I did it a bit early, so I went through the line slowing down rather than going through the line holding pace. But now I've spent a few minutes bringing up my second breakfast, which eats into the recovery itself. So maybe that's why it feels quite short for me. But now it's time to get back up, maybe have a little bit of a walk, get back on the erg and do this 12 minutes and see if I can go faster than last time. Wish me luck, yeah, let's go.
And we have finished the 3 minutes and the 12 minutes today, and what a lovely workout it was. The 3 minutes was faster than the last 3 minutes, or I covered more distance versus the last 3 minutes that I did in this type of workout. The 12 minutes was unfortunately a little bit slower, so I'll need to see what that means, chat to the coach, chat to the physiologist to see what that means for my critical power. It could mean that my fitness has pushed even more to the anaerobic side, given that of the 40 minutes in between the two, and then I should be able to recover enough to do a faster score, but obviously I didn't today. But that could have also been down to the fact that we've had the 2K and the other workout, the 5 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, relatively close to this workout, so lacking that little bit of an extra gear. If you saw in the 3 minutes today, I did have a little bit of an extra gear towards the end, but didn't really have that in the 12 minutes. In the last 3 and 12 that I did, I sort of flat paced the 3 minute, and then in the 12 minute I had that extra gear. So it could have been a case of just how I approached the 3 minute, I couldn't quite finish off the 12 minute how I would have hoped to have finished off, just to get that extra couple of seconds, couple of meters to get a faster score than I did last time. But overall, pretty positive. Quite happy to go faster in the or cover more distance in the 3 minute itself. The 12 minute is a really difficult one, especially after, as you saw, throwing up a little bit and trying to recover quick enough in that 40 minutes to push hard in that 12. The workout itself, ignoring critical power, I think is a pretty interesting one, to say the least. It's not a lot of time spent in work, it's only 15 minutes actually working out, but you do spend a lot of time in certain zones. So the 3 minute, obviously you're approaching the top end, top zones, and then even after that maximum effort, you spend quite a lot of time probably in sort of the lower zones, sort of UT2 zones, even though you're just trying to recover. And then in the 12-minute, even though you might not be going as fast as you might be going if you just had the 12-minute, you're still in a higher zone because you're fatigued and you've got some lactic acid in your body already. So it's one of those workouts where if you only look at it as a workout, then you're potentially getting bang for your buck. But then again, you also have 40 minutes in between, so the length of the session may not be as banging for the buck, if that makes sense. But that will be it for today's episode, Yam Squad. Quite an interesting one today, and I think this might be the last episode before Christmas. So Merry Christmas, Yam Squad. And as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next episode.
Merry Christmas, Yam Squad.